Here's another example of a Wildcat formation against Georgia here. So, like most of them, it started with Terry Wilson motioning out from a really terribly split play. Because of the terribly split play, it didn't necessarily trick anybody. But another split zone. So we're going to have our tight end. Actually, he's going to take a more of a bluff arc path around the edge here because of how our C-gap defender really does close down, and it forces our left tackle to engage with him as opposed to working our play side zone, which usually you are facilitated to do because of this split flow. So we're aiming towards our play side B gap. So we just got to make sure we get a seal there. So even if our defender is in that gap and we wash him outward and we get our center there, our alley is set. And that's kind of what happens on this play. So this was the only game where Chris Rodriguez had a failed later down rep heading into UK's bowl game, but this is a successful one on 3rd and 4 here. So UK's in 4-down territory. Otherwise, I do not think they would call a Wildcat with 4 yards to gain here. So, but nonetheless, very good rep. As I said, edge defender forces our tackle to engage him. We get our other left guard to engage, but the defensive tackle does overextend towards our B gap. So we just get a seal, and comboing up to the second level, we have our numbers working just fine on this rep, and it's 2 yards before we're engaged because eventually our left guard loses engaging the defensive lineman, but by that time, Rodriguez has a full head of steam, breaks a tackle, and gets a few extra gritty yards because he's a fucking awesome running back. Again, 68% of Wildcat inside zones got the job done this season and composed about 3.2% of this offense's plays in meaningful minutes.